Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the movie review show here on AiTV. I'm your host Kyle, and today we'll be talking about Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, which is why I have a wand and I'm talking in a ridiculous British accent like Harry Potter. As you can see, my other co-host Mike is not here. I don't know why. He was supposed to be here like half an hour ago to shoot the show, and he's not here yet. So let's see if we can speed things up with a bit of magic, shall we? Accio Short Mexican!
Dude, why am I in the studio?
Because we got a show to tape.
How's today?
Yes, today! We're talking about Harry Potter. Where were you? Watching football?
I was watching Taxi Driver, thank you.
Taxi Driver? Why are you gonna watch some guy drive a taxi when we can talk about wizards and magic?
Shut up.
You shut up.
Shut up.
You shut up.
Kyle, please. I'm Mike Nunoz, and let's get this over with.
Yeah, business time. Alright, so Mike, what'd you think of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2?
I thought Deathly Hallows Part 2 was a great conclusion to the first half of the film, and a great conclusion to basically the whole series as a whole. After 10 years of, basically having to see these movies, growing up with them and everything, I think it's a great, satisfying ending to the story of Harry Potter. Yeah,
I pretty much agree. I've been a fan ever since the first movies came out, and I've read all the books and all that good stuff. So, I just thought this was a great way to end it. And the first half, Deathly Hallows Part 1, was kind of like a slower setup.
I seem to like that in the first half because it was just really quiet and really slow and just kind of building up to what's going to happen. And then the second half is just nothing but the action and everything that's going to happen, and like all hell breaks loose.
Oh, sure. And I'm not saying that Part 1 was boring or anything. I'm just saying I think it really worked to have one movie that was kind of a lot of build up, and it still had some cool action stuff in it, but it was a lot more kind of story and setting things up. And then Part 2 was like the big bang and the payoff. It's almost like a 2-hour climax to the whole series. It doesn't really have a whole lot of beginning and setup. It's just, it assumes that you know everything from the previous movies, and it's just kind of like, all right, here's where we're at, and boom, bang, go, and it gets off from there and doesn't stop.
I've never read the book, but I'm guessing you read the book.
Yeah, I've read the book.
Okay, so what do you think? Does it do the book justice?
Oh, definitely. I think so, yeah. And again, I think it was definitely a good decision to cut the last book into 2 parts because there's so much stuff in there, and because it's, the last one of the series.
Right.
I think it was a better idea to cut it into 2 movies just so you don't leave out as much stuff. When this is the last one, I mean, you really want to make sure that you do it justice, and I think they did.
We've just been talking about a bunch of high points right now. I want to talk about some low points that they've had in the movie, in the last half. Right. Like some of the death scenes, spoiler, for some of the death scenes for the major characters don't really seem that dramatic.
It's true. That was one problem I had with kind of the way they adapted from the book to the movie.
That's probably like the biggest low point that I have for the film.
Yeah, that was really the only problem I had. Yeah. Other than that, it was fantastic, I thought. I mean, the visual effects were great. There was some huge, awesome battle scenes. The music I thought was fantastic.
Yes.
And not to give away the ending or anything, but there's some ways where it really ties back to the earlier films. And so watching it, I felt like I was watching this big, awesome kind of fantasy action movie, but at the same time, I felt like a kid again, going into this magical world. For
nostalgic the last moments.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
I think so too. So it's like, overall, what would you rate it?
Kind of tough to say. I maybe objectively, just going off of one, basing it just on the one film, I'd maybe say 4 out of 5 stars. And it's hard to judge this just as one movie. I mean, you really have to have seen the whole series up to this point. And for fans who have been following this for 10 years or more, and it's the best possible ending you could ask for, in my opinion. So I'd say 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5 stars.
I say 4 out of 5, just because of the whole thing I was telling you about, the low point. That's mainly probably why. But overall, it's a satisfying ending, satisfying story, great film overall together. So yeah, solid 4 out of 5, I would say.
Nice. All right, so that's it for this week. That's our review of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. We'll see you guys next time when we do a review of, I don't know, what should we do a review of next time?
First Friday.
Yeah, we can do a review of First Friday Shorts. And if not that, and maybe review some movies that came out over the summer. There's a lot of superhero flicks.
There was.
We both saw most of those, I think.
I'm pretty sure we did.
So. And again, if you guys have any ideas for things you'd like to see us do on the show, or movies you want us to talk about, just let us know. Come find us around school. So that's it for now, and we'll see you guys next time.